So I went to go edit the fucking Q&A video, and I just noticed that fuck me. I just noticed that my camera cut out halfway through me talking about the different times I've been arrested for graffiti. So looks like I have to refilm all of that. Awesome. I'm fucking stoked. I think it cut off right about where I was talking about the Lakewood situation. Ooh, Porsche. That is fucking nice. Even though I don't like Porsches that much, I like Japanese cars a lot more than that shit. Anyway, so I think it cut off right about when I was talking about the Lakewood situation. And so I was catching tags in the broad daylight. Someone called it in. I went to like some hobby shop or something, and when I came out, okay, still recording. And when I came out, oh fuck yeah, good exit exhaust. Fucking cars today are chilling. And when I came out of that hobby shop, a police car went by me and saw me, recognized my description, pulled up on me, pulled some shiesty shit to search me, and then once they found, like, I had like a bunch of mops on me because I was selling mops at the time, and I thought I was gonna go meet up with someone to sell them like 4 or 5 mops. So I had like fucking 7 or 8 little 1-ounce mops on me, and I was catching tags with one of them, and they found all of those, and they're like, well, yeah, you're coming to jail. And they took me to Nisqually. Yeah, good times on Nisqually though. Good times on Nisqually. That place is a fucking summer camp. Anyway, moving on. And the final time I got arrested for graffiti was actually here in Seattle. And come to find out, I was wandering around when I first moved here, like 3 months ago now about, and I was like wandering right down the road from where I'm staying right now, and I'm like, why does it seem so like familiar right here? Turns out where I got arrested in Seattle is like 4 blocks, not even, it's like 2 blocks from where I'm staying right now. I had no clue because I didn't know Seattle very well when I got arrested. So like, yeah, I had no clue where I was really. And then I was wandering around and I just recognized it, and I was like, holy shit, this is where I got arrested. Ooh, Integra. All right, still filming. This is where I got arrested in Seattle like 4 years ago. Holy shit. But anyway, that situation, how that one went down, I caught a fill-in on a building down the road from a gas station that I stay near, and someone called in called it in, and the police had nothing going on, so they came and found us. Well, I was with someone who like was getting into graffiti at the time, and it was a really close friend of mine. I'd known him for a long time, and he knew I painted, and he's like, dude, teach me how to write, like, teach me what's up. And I was like, yeah, I got you, homie. And so all right, still filming. And so I took him out with me to Seattle, and I was just showing him the ropes and shit. And the police got called on me for doing a fill-in on a building right down the road from where I live now, currently. And I went to the gas station and went inside, and he was waiting outside. The police showed up. They talked to him first. He incriminated me in some way I don't hold it against him. He wasn't snitching. He wasn't like, he didn't do it to get himself out. He was just unsavvy to the law and didn't know what to say and what not to say. And I've since taught him a little bit about that. And goddamn, I'm fucking winded right now for some reason. Anyway, moving on. And so yeah, they fucking like pulled some shiesty shit. Dude, I hate this fucking face cover. It keeps falling down. They pulled some shiesty shit, lifted my jacket up. I had a bunch of spray paint cans belt lined. They're like, what's this? I'm like, fuck you guys. They're like, all right, you're coming with us. Hold up, I'll be right back. Shooby-dooby-doo-wop. 1 second, guys. Gotta fix something on my camera. Much better. I had to turn the beeps on my camera so I know when it is recording or not, because I've been having issues with it turning off on me without me realizing it. So I changed that up. Anyway, sorry about that. Someone at my camp had to tell me something or wanted to talk to me about something, and yeah, it had nothing to do with y'all, so I had to turn you off to respect him, because he probably doesn't want to be filmed, and I don't even want to ask him. So yeah, where was I? I was at, oh yeah, police pulling shiesty shit. I ended up going to jail, and then I got released on my own cognizance without even seeing the judge. Keep in mind, I went to court, didn't get to see the judge because I was like the last in line, and then got released on my own cognizance. Went back to court like months later. How's it going, man? Like whatever his name said, I can't remember who commented that. There's always that stray security guard in my video. Always gotta be one. Anyway, released on my own cognizance, went to court later, and talked to my public defender for the first time. And she says, hey, I got you a plea deal if you want to take it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I got a drug charge, a felony possession charge, because I had drugs on me in my wallet that I forgot about. The cop ended up finding them and charged me with a felony possession charge. And she said, I got you a plea deal if you plead to the misdemeanor malicious mischief, or it was like a destruction of property. It was some little ass misdemeanor that was nothing. And she said, if you plead to that charge, they will drop the felony and you will be released, and you will get time served and everything will be taken care of. And I said, where the fuck do I sign? Set me up, girlfriend. And I signed and never heard about that again. Had to go to court one time, and it was all done and over with. Well, I'm about to go into the store. I'll come back out and answer the next question for y'all. Talk to you soon. God damn it, this thing keeps clogging. All right, where was I? Arrested. Okay, no, I finished that question actually. All right, what question are we on now? Let me check. Hold up, let me check my fucking list. I'm kind of fucking fucked up too, because I can't remember which questions I answered and which questions I didn't answer, because that was technical difficulty. So Let's see what we got going on. How I got caught. Have I visited any other states other than Washington? Yes, I have. I have visited Portland, Oregon. I have been to California. I lived in California for 8 months. I've been to Texas. I've been to New Orleans. I think that's all, I believe. I mean, I've been to a bunch of other places. I went to like Aruba when I was really little. I went to Florida when I was younger. But recently, states that I have graffiti in: Oregon, California, in like Southern California, Anaheim, LA area. Texas, and that's about it as far as states that I have graph in. And I mean, I've been all over Washington. I've been in Eastern Washington, I've been in Northern Washington, I've been south, I've been all over the place in Washington. All right, that's that one done. Okay, what's next? I'm so fucking sexy, aren't I, guys and girls? I'm fucking hot. Y'alls are hot for me, you know it. All right, states. Have I ever quit graffiti? Yes and no. I mean, I never really like fully was like, fuck graffiti, I'm done with it. It's always been more of a like, I just kind of peter out and just am not as into it as I was, mainly because of like drugs and shit usually. There was a good 2 or 3 years where I was just way too busy getting high to fucking do graffiti pretty much. It was not a good time. It was a really, really bad time in my life. I was super depressed, super fucked off. I'm really happy to say that like I've kind of gotten out of that funk. Pretty much once I left my parents' house is when like my life turned around, and I really turned around, and like it was a bad situation living where I was living with my parents. So I had a lot of mental illness when I was living there, and it was just a bad look. So when I left their house, like my life really turned around for the better, and I'm really glad that I made the decision to not stick with them. So yeah, I've never really like fully quit. I've never been like, fuck graffiti, I'm done. It's always just been like, I've been fucking focused on other things, and I was just like too busy being fucked off and getting high and shit to want to do graffiti. And I mean, honestly, I was still like catching tags and shit when I was doing that, but it just like, I wasn't into it as much as I was while I was sober or just smoking weed and drinking. So yeah, that's that question. Let's see what we got going on next. Have I ever quit? What drugs have I done? I've done everything you can think of, I guarantee it, except for crack, angel dust, and what was it? There was another one. I remember answering this question yesterday when the shit didn't work. Speaking of which, all right, we're still recording good. But yeah, I've done. How's it going, man? See, that's what I mean. There's just hella security guards everywhere in Seattle. Anyway, moving on. So the drugs that I have done, obviously I smoked weed before. I've done cocaine. I'm gonna put my phone in my pocket one sec. Weed, cocaine. I've done acid, mushrooms, ketamine, methamphetamines, Adderall. I was on amphetamines from first grade. I was 6 years old when I got put on Adderall. So from 6 years old until I was like 16, I was on like large quantities of amphetamines, and that really fucked with my with my body and me growing and shit. Like I was a twig until my senior year of high school, when I was finally like, I'm cutting this out of my life. So that really fucked with me. But I mean, I did need them. I'm not even gonna front and say that I didn't need those. Like they were really helpful to me. But it's like, to what extent should you do that to your kids? It's a hard decision to make. I'll save that talk for another day, because I get really fucking passionate about that, because it really fucked with me. Amphetamines, I've done like all sorts of research, chemicals, 2CB. Oh man, I almost just walked into that bus. All sorts of research chemicals I got on the dark web when I was in high school. What else? Oh yeah, that's it. I haven't done peyote. Crack, PCP, and peyote are like the three main big drugs that I've never done. Other than that, like I've done it all. And I'll be completely real with y'all. I didn't really want to let y'all know this. I didn't really want to fucking share this much personal information with you guys. But I figure why the hell not? I'm gonna be as transparent as possible with this YouTube channel. But I was actually addicted to heroin for about 6 years. I actually just got on the methadone program about a month ago now. So I'm proud to say that I've cut my opiate intake by like tenfold with that methadone, and it's really fucking helping me, and it's a great thing. I definitely don't want to be on it forever, but I figure it's better than shooting up dope every day, because I was on the needle for about 4 years. I still have track marks to prove it. Yeah. So if all y'all's want to know my drug of choice, that was it. I was an opiate addict for quite a long time, and that's part of the reason why like my YouTube channel petered out. Hold on. Oh my god, I hate having post-nasal drip. 1 sec. Still recording. Awesome. But yeah, that's part of the reason why my YouTube channel actually petered out a few years back, because I was really fucked up, and I was just not in a good place in my life. I was really depressed. I had a lot of anxiety. I had a lot of personal issues. I had a lot of family issues, and I was just not in a place to be doing graffiti. I was just not in a good place in my life. Like I said, living with my parents was just a really bad situation for everyone. And yeah, once I got out of their house, everything just turned around, and it was for the better. So yeah, drugs, that's the drugs I've done. And I do want to fucking let it be known, if you're younger and you're watching my channel, don't get into shit like heroin and meth. It's for the worst. It will ruin your life. It'll take everything that you love. It'll fucking destroy you. It'll destroy every relationship you have. It was bad. I got into it because of my knee. Actually, I fucked up my knee really bad. I was like using very unregularly before I got surgery, and I actually stopped before I got my surgery because I wanted the pain medicine that they were giving me for my surgery to work. So I wasn't addicted when I first started. It actually took quite a long time for me to like get to the point where I was addicted to heroin. And oh, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, it took a long time before I was like addicted to heroin. I was using for like almost 2 years before I was getting withdrawal symptoms and stuff like that. So like I thought I was cool. Like I thought I was all good. I didn't think I had any sort of a problem. And I quit when my knee surgery came around. And when my doctor cut me off of the pain pills, I really did still need them when he cut me off. And this could have all been avoided if he had just prescribed me them, honestly. Because I had really bad knee problems. I still do. So awkward to film and talk to a camera when you're walking around downtown Seattle. I'm gonna chill for a second. I'm getting fucking sweaty and it is not a good look. But yeah, fucking hell. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. And then when my doctor cut me off of those pain medicines, I was like, fuck, I really still need this help. I can't walk hardly when I don't have some sort of pain medication or something like that. So I was like, oh, I know something that'll help. I'll go get some heroin. And it was over from there. From that point on, it was just a slow downward spiral. God fucking damn, dude, this thing is pissing me off. But yeah, from that point on, it was just a slow downward spiral until about a month and a half ago, when I finally was like, I'm done with this. I'm gonna fucking better myself and make a change. And I got on methadone. I'm not gonna say I haven't used anything since that point, but I went from using a damn near a gram of heroin a day down to maybe using once a week, if that. And I mean, that's irregular use too, so it's like I don't regularly use that shit anymore, and I'm really happy to be able to say that. I'm so fucking proud to be able to tell that to people. And I'm not just lying to y'all, I honestly am on the methadone program. I can prove it somehow, but I don't have anything on me to prove it right now. Yeah. Holy shit, I am fucking sweating my nuts off right now. It is, well, I mean, it's freezing cold, but me running around trying to get places is not easy. Ugh. Anyway, moving on. Let's see if we're still recording. Yes, we are. Sick. Okay, next question. Next question. Okay, drugs have I done? Okay. I probably already answered this one. If I did, I'll cut it out. What made me start a YouTube channel? Just wanting to connect with people, make money, do something I love making money, or make money doing something I love. It's pretty plain and simple. There's like not a whole lot to it. Have I ever been to jail? Obviously, yes. I told you guys the stories of when I got arrested. So that's the thing. Did I ever think I'd get to 100 or 250 subs? Honestly, no. I didn't think it would ever go this far. I mean, I was kind of a Debbie Downer about my YouTube channel, because I'm like, oh, people aren't gonna like my videos or whatever, like I shouldn't even bother posting. But honestly, like, anyone can make a YouTube channel if you have the personality for it. Like, you do have to have some personality aspects to be able to openly talk to people about things like I just talked to you about, and not like and not be fucking, what's the word? Like, unwilling to share those parts of your life. So there is a couple of things that you need to have to be able to do YouTube, but like, anyone can do it. You just need to fucking consistently post videos and it'll catch on eventually if your content is decent. But yeah, I didn't really think I would ever get this far, and it's fucking crazy exciting to see my channel grow after the work I put into it finally. It's like I never thought it would happen, and it took a while, but it's finally like taking off, and that's fucking awesome. What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to me while painting? Okay, I'm getting close to the end. Sick, it's not fucking stopping recording either. The craziest thing, there's a lot that comes to mind with this question, because I've been through some shit painting. I have fucking done some shit. I have been through some shit. I have to say the craziest thing though, probably when I was painting in downtown Seattle. I was catching a rooftop in downtown Seattle about 3 or 4 years ago, and the owners of the building, I believe, came out and saw me painting. My buddy was on the ground, the dude that I talked about with the cars and shit, he was on the ground trying to climb up. He had actually tried to climb up, slipped on the building, fell off, and ended up slicing his back open, like super gnarly bad. I'll actually insert a photo of that in this video. But he fucked his back up super bad. So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna stay on the ground. You can do your thing up there. I'll wait down here. And those people saw me doing my shit. They got really pissed. And I was like, fuck you guys. And I finished. And then I looked at my phone and I had like 14 text messages from my buddy. Like, dude, you need to get down. Like, these people are fucking nuts. They were like throwing bottles at him and like chasing him around. And I looked over the edge and there was a dude waiting for me at the bottom with a baseball bat. So like I pulled a fast one and ran across the building's roof, got them to run around the building. Obviously me being on the roof, I can go in a shorter manner to get across the building. When they came to the other side, I dipped back to the other side, ran and like did a fucking flying leap jump, grabbed the pipe that I climbed up on, slid down it like a fire pole, and fucking it just like ditched off. And the dude that had the bat actually started chasing me through Seattle. Oh, fuck me. Ended up actually chasing me through Seattle with a bat. And I got away from him because he was slow as fuck and out of shape, and I was fairly out of shape too, but I was less out of shape than that motherfucker, so I got away without getting hit by a baseball bat. And that was a fucking nutso story. Actually, no, I didn't get away. What ended up happening is they caught up. My friend ditched out and he hid somewhere, and I was yelling for him and he came and found me. We all reconvened, the people that were chasing us and me and him, and we had been doing Percocet that night, and he actually ended up getting sick because of the Percocet and like threw up all over one of them, and they just like fucking freaked out and ditched after that. So fucking kudos to my boy Elephant Butt for throwing up all over people that were chasing us with baseball bats and getting them to leave us alone. That's one of the craziest things that I can remember. There's been a lot of shit that's happened to me though. I'll do story times with Gerb or something one day and tell you all the fucking batshit crazy shit that's happened to me. I think I only got 2 more questions. Craziest thing. And worst graffiti product I've ever used and best graffiti product I've ever used. Worst graffiti product I've ever used has to be just shit like Quick Color dollar cans. Those, I mean, they're not bad, they're not terrible, but they're not great either. They're pretty shit. If you only got $1 and you're trying to go catch some fucking tags, you can grab one of those and Elmer's spray glue cap and pop it on, and it's pretty sick. I'll show you guys that one. That's another little trick and tip that I got. Those are pretty shit. Krylon, before they switched back to the male valve, is pretty shit. And mostly just things like Sharpies and shit like that. Like, don't even bother with that shit. Sharpie oil pens, Sharpie acrylic pens, those all fucking suck ass. Don't ever use those. And the best graffiti product I've ever used, that's a really hard question, because it's like, I have a favorite graffiti product, or like best graffiti product in like every category. Like my favorite solid marker, my favorite mop, my favorite spray paint, la-da-da-da-da. But I'd have to say, like, the most like game-changing product that I've used for graffiti was probably cap adapters. When those first came out 5-6 years back, like, that shit fucking changed the game for me, because I'd always used Rust-Oleum with the stock male or female caps. And so, like, when I was finally able to like get a can of Rust-Oleum and put an NY fat on it, I was just like fucking orgasm. It was so awesome, and that fucking changed the game for me. So yeah, I'd have to say that's the topper as far as like overall just products. And I think that's it. Fucking thank you guys for sending me questions. This has been a fucking really good time, and I really enjoyed answering them for y'all's. I'm gonna go ahead and write down all the people's names that answered or asked me questions and shout you out in the next clip, and I'm gonna call it there. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate y'all. You know what it is. Like, comment, subscribe, Patreon, all that good shit, guys. Fucking love y'all. I'm so glad you guys are here. Peace. Final thoughts on the Art Primo Press and Go. This is a great little guy. I really like it a lot. I think it might replace my replace the Bic or the dollar store whiteout pen for my daily carry, because it is refillable. It's a lot easier to refill than the Bic whiteout pen and the Dollar Tree whiteout pen, because those end up getting really soft and squishy, and they're really hard to unscrew the cap on after a while, whereas I've heard this doesn't happen with these guys. So I think this is about to replace one of those for my daily carry. The ink is great. Excuse me. The ink is really killer. I had a really weird thing happen when I caught a tag on a bus seat though. Like, it dried up and started peeling and weird shit like that. I didn't have my camera on me, so I couldn't film it, but it was really odd. Other than that, I haven't had any issues except for getting clogged a couple of times, which isn't hard to fix. But yeah, I'm really liking this guy, so I would give it like a 7 or 8 out of 10, honestly. I give it not a 10 out of 10 just because it did get clogged once, and it is small, so you're gonna have to refill it regularly, which is kind of a downer. But it has a big selection of colors compared to whiteout pens. It's can write on anything, damn near, permanent as fuck, and yeah, I'm liking it. So I think this is a win. This is definitely a thumbs up in my fucking hand. Or in my mind. Alright, on with the show. One more in the bus.